Okay, shalom, shalom. Yahabashim Yashai Barakatah. Shalom, Yasha Allah. Okay. Shalom, shalom. I'm going to let y'all fill in here. All right. We're coming to you tonight with a live Passover update and some instructions. Also, I know some of y'all are quarantined. We're going to give you some Q&A tonight, go over some scriptures. We had Milk Mondays last night with Brother Al Ya'al. We know that the different camps put out videos today. There was a lot of food going out for you while you were home. So we're going to put our brick in. All right. Shalom, everyone. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, Malachiah. Shalom, Ayaran. Shalom, Benaiah. Shalom, Elijah. Shalom, Jovial. Shalom, She's on a Journey. Shalom, Mayakiah. Shalom, Mino. Azariala. Jason. Shalom, Yakim Yah, JJ, Judah, Isaiah, Sierra, Sister Evangelina, Young Magic, JH1, Desuvius, Dantre, Karatazaya, Shalom, the brothers in Mount Zion, 144K, Priest Aina, Shalom, Shalom, Kanal. I sent you a link to your email. Just open your email and you can join the live. Shalom, Sister Lene, Susan, Dr. Smith, Real Israel, John, Kenneth, Ayash, Manatazak, Antoine, Elijah Dawson, Emanuela, Joshua, Yatazala Yak, and Justin. And the list goes on. Wayne, Nathaniel, Kaz. Shalom, everybody. I'm going to let y'all come in here. I'm drinking some blood orange juice. It's called blood orange. All right. It's a different orange, different strain. Sweet. It's real sweet, but it's good. Shalom, Sister Tiffany, Vernell, Joseph, Isaiah. All right. Yadawad from Mount Zion hit us earlier and said the word is going out from SOT with power. He said he got some brothers out here. They're going to come see us at camp. Shalom, Ken, Mr. Maccabees. Yeah, juice is where it's at, man. You know, I'm trying to stay all natural, trying to stay healthy. Y'all need to exercise during this time, man. You need to get your blood flowing. You need to get your endorphins pumping, all right? You need to be energetic, but you also need to be circumspect. You need to be cleanly, all right? Like Brother Jonathan in our camp says, when you come in from outside, if you have to be out there, you just can't sit down. You got to be doing something. When you come in the house, take your clothes off, put on your house clothes. Don't get in the bed without taking a shower. All right? Make that your culture. I don't care if it's too much to ask. Nobody's trying to get sick because of you, and you shouldn't be trying to get sick. All right? Yeah, bitter herbs cleanse the blood. Con. All right? Wash your hands. Get underneath your fingernails. Don't touch your eyes, your nose, your ears, and your mouth if your hands are not clean. Get your remote controls. Get the handles in your kitchen. Get your doorknobs. Get your car door. Get your car shift lock. Get your steering wheel. And stop being lazy and justifying yourself. Take care of yourself and those you come into contact with. Don't be selfish like that. If it's not your way, Kanal, I sent it to Kanal, the other one. I sent it to the other one. Come on, brother. Man. This is Kanal's email, everybody. Send him an email. All right? Send him an email and tell him stop being wicked. All right? The man want to make a Gmail now. This man done had AOL some instructions. Hold on. I know some of y'all are quarantined. Salakia, a little echo there. The man had an AOL. The man had a Netscape. Y'all don't remember Netscape. All right, I'm gonna take his email down. Y'all leave him alone. Oh, I don't know how to take the email down. Oh, there you go. Y'all leave him alone. Don't do that to him. All right. Just gonna let some of y'all come in here, man. So let some more of y'all come in here. Wayne, what are you talking about? Real Israel, I'm eating a chicken salad with spinach, tomatoes, onions, bell pepper, garlic, lemon juice, ginger, lettuce, cheddar cheese, and ranch. It got everything on there. All right, you don't need the ranch, but it might get you some vinaigrette. Cleanliness is close to godliness. Yeah, and stop being lazy, man. Yo, some people just got that, yo, who tell me what to do, yo? Tell me, yo. Tell me what to do, yo. Got that spirit. That's a demon, man. Somebody, I don't care. You say what? Say what? And doing that is going to do what? Oh, it's going to help me be, all right. Okay, come. And I'm back to chilling. Like, I don't have that rebellious spirit, and we don't teach y'all to be like that. Listen, man. If they tell you to stay out of crowded places, don't go there. You just got to go outside, yo. Jake in Jersey City just got to go outside. We outside, son. Yo. Now, all 10 of y'all is sick, and all y'all want to do is stand on the Ave together to show people you're not scared to be outside. Come on, son. Come on, son. You know, you'll do 10 years in jail because you don't want to snitch, and you rugged, but you can't do 10 minutes in the house to keep everybody alive. Stupid. And that's why we don't like you. But we're going to work. We're going to pray for you, man. We're going to keep working with y'all. Oh, you got some raisins in there? That's what's up. All right, we're waiting for Canal Bun Lawyer to get in here. People over here in Cali are going to the beaches. I bet it's Esau, too. You know what I'm doing? Working, learning new skills. Okay, studying the scriptures. Getting much needed rest. I almost drove myself into the ground with this work, man. Neck pain, back pain, overtired. All right. This is the Most High sent me a paid vacation. I just can't go nowhere. I'm on house arrest. People over here don't try the Most High. That's right. That's right. I don't know what Kanal's doing. I'm gonna get started. All right. Yeah, everyone thinks it's a game. No, people don't think it's a game. They just have the spirit of nobody can tell me what to do. And that's how they have self-confidence. That's how they feel good about themselves. All right. What I'm trying to tell you is that's irrelevant right now. You need someone to tell you what to do. We all need a counselor. Shalom, Mark.
Shalom.
This man went and got an SOT. That's what took you so long. You went to get an SOT shirt, brother.
No, I had to take my uniform off because I can't have the logo on YouTube.
Okay, Con.
I wear this under my uniform.
Say shalom to the people, man.
Shalom, Israel. We in a tough time right now, but you know, Israel strong. We're gonna get through it.
Mm-hmm. Con. Save your questions until after. All right. Save your questions. Okay. We got good news and we got bad news, Israel. The good news is we alive. Israel's going to get the kingdom, and the Most High is going to destroy all the heathen. That's the good news. They say Shalom, Adawanyim.
Shalom.
Shalom, Adawan. Shalom,
I can't see the chat. Is that normal?
Say what?
I can't see the chat.
You should see it on the StreamYard. You don't see it?
Oh, no, I got to click something to see it. Nah, it don't matter. You just tell me what they say. Go ahead.
Okay. Eliel said he's going to be in here in a minute. Sister Bengalina said people are still going to Mardi Gras, smoking dust. And they're going to be in crowds of people catching beads with coronavirus on it. And the Most High going to destroy them out of the earth. She's on a journey, says Shalom Kanal Ban Loya.
Shalom, princess.
Sister Lene says Shalom, brother Kanal.
Okay, shalom, Israel.
You told me to read the comments.
Okay.
All right. Now, all jokes aside, we had a council, and as a camp, we came to some judgments and through practicality. We have a brother in our camp that works in a major hospital out in DC, and he gave us some inside information concerning what's going on right now, and it's not a game. Okay, Esau is in his boardrooms comparing coronavirus to the Spanish flu. Do any of y'all know what the Spanish flu is? Do any of y'all know what the Spanish flu is? Somebody put influenza. Does anybody know what the Spanish flu is? No. La. Okay. We're gonna deal with it. We're gonna show you what it is. Okay. All right. If you can see this, let me know if you can see this. Can everybody see this? All right. The Spanish flu in 1918 was the worst, most severe pandemic in recent history. It was basically a bird flu. It was of avian origin. All right. It was spread for an entire year worldwide. And it was found in military personnel in the United States. 500 million people, or 1/3 of the world, became infected with this virus. 50 million people died. 675,000 people died in the United States. The mortality rate was higher in younger than 5 years old, 20 to 40 years old, and 65 years and older. So 6 to 19 had a better immunity to this. All right. The high mortality in healthy people included those in the 20 to 40 year age group, and it was unique. That's not seen a lot. There was no vaccine. All right. And the only way to control it was isolation, quarantine, hygiene, disinfectants, and what do we see here? A limitation of public gatherings. All right. A limitation of public gatherings. So we had to have a council as brothers of what to do. And it took us about 4 hours of deliberation and arguing and trying to kill each other. And the result we came out with is nothing is going to stop us from serving Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah. However, I'm going to read you a scripture. Let's see if y'all can go with me here. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 16. It says, "Be not righteous over much, neither make thyself over wise. Why shouldest thou destroy thyself?" All right. When we thought about that scripture, we always teach that that's one of the hardest scriptures to break down. How can a man be too righteous? How? Yet and still it exists in the Bible. And it was left by Solomon, all right? It was left by Solomon for us to follow as a guideline. And the punishment for not following this advice is destroying yourself. Okay? So our judgment was the only people that will attend this Passover as it currently is will be the men of Israel. We will not have any women, and we will not have any children. If y'all have ever come to a SOT feast, we have accommodations for the children and accommodations for the women with small children. And we have comfort for the women and protection for them. We want all Israel to serve the Most High. There are lessons the women need to learn to perfect themselves, to get that nigga woman attitude off them. We always teaching that. There's to be better wives, to learn what it really truly means to be a helpmeet and submissive to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. We always teach our sisters. We don't leave them out. But in this situation, we have information from our brother up there in DC telling us that Esau is breaking it down in the morning meetings in their boardroom that this particular flu strain is going to be the modern day Spanish flu. It is that contagious. And the only way to fight it, because there's no vaccine, and we know some of y'all don't even believe in vaccines. There's no way to fight it unless you isolate yourself and limit public gatherings. If we take the small children out, they're very susceptible, according to the news. But if we remove the women, you have brought the number of people in this gathering way down. The men, you are not excused. This is Deuteronomy 16 and 16. Deuteronomy 16 and 16. It reads, 3 times in a year shall all thy males appear before the Lord thy power, in the place which he shall choose. And now we know that's Jerusalem, but here we are in America in captivity. So we're not gonna serve the Most High because we're not in Jerusalem? No, the Most High gonna put the spirit on brothers to go out and find a place to have the gathering of the Seder meal and do it together. And that will be the place he chose in the land of our captivity. If you brothers don't like it or understand that, we're not dealing with that right now. We're going to serve the Most High. You're not going to ban our Passover because we can't get on planes and go where you go. You keep it over there. More power to you. We're going to be over here eating bitter herbs. Now, these are the 3 things you must do. The Feast of Unleavened Bread, which is the Passover. The Feast of Weeks, which is Pentecost. And in the Feast of Tabernacles. All right. So we through this precept, we're going to say the women and the children are excused. We will set up accommodation for you to attend the lesson virtually. But we need to limit the amount of people that we're going to have in this room, because to even keep this feast, we're going to be disobeying Esau's law. That places brothers in a liable situation where brothers will be in a tight spot. The ones who are sanctioning this feast, who are responsible and names are on the line. If Esau wants to be a demon and send a task force, certain brothers going to wear this punishment. And we're going to try to make that easy for them and protect them too. So we're going to excuse the women. As it stands right now, tomorrow things could change. Sunday things could change. Monday things could change. But as it stands right now, we're going to excuse the women and the children. The men, if you didn't RSVP and tell us you were coming, don't show up. We're going out of our way to make this safe as possible. This is not rinky dink. Brothers just show up. Come on inside, bro. Little hand sanitizer. No. We listen to our Akim, who's giving us stern advice, who work in the medical field, you can't play with this. Do we have faith that the Most High is going to preserve us alive and protect us because we're trying to serve him? Absolutely. But did Solomon say, don't be over righteous? Yes, he did. Why should we destroy ourselves? So we're going to be careful. Sisters, you know we want you to be there. All right? You know we want you to be there. Okay? Children, we want to anoint the children. Yeah, if y'all have ever feasted with us, we have a grand time. It's beautiful, man. It's spiritual. But right now, your health is important to us and our health as individuals. Men like Kanal who have families to return to, we have to limit their exposure as much as possible. These are the directions given to us by our Akim in the medical arena. So the women and children are excused. Men, if you did not RSVP, don't come. We need a head count so that we can make sure that this can be as safe as possible. There's going to be a procession to make sure this is safe. I want you to understand what I'm saying. Our Akim work in hospitals and are seeing people come in by the dozens on the hour with this disease. This is not a hoax. These are not trying to scare you. Right now, coronavirus is becoming the modern Spanish flu. Knowledge this. We told you this. We didn't come and sugarcoat it and make you feel like, yo, just do whatever you want. No. It's real, man. It's on, son. Whether it's man-made biological warfare and all of that, it's already on. It don't matter who started it. It's on. And y'all got to be careful. You must wash your hands. When you come in the house, take your outside clothes on that you've been sitting on buses, public transportation, trains, work chairs, leaning against walls. Take that off. Do not bring it in your house. Leave it in the laundry room. If you don't have a laundry room, put it in a plastic bag, switch your gear. Take a shower immediately. When you outside, do not touch your eyes, nose, mouth, or ears. We have information saying as soon as a brother with this sneezes or coughs and them droplets hit your mucous membrane, you a carrier. Simple as that. I've been abstaining from seeing my family because I don't know if I have it. I've been going to camp doing the work, man. Brothers feel the same way. It takes 5 to 14 days for the symptoms to manifest. Brothers, y'all need to take your time. Don't be righteous over much. Why should thou destroy thyself? We heed in this council and we limited our Passover to only the men. And only the men who have followed directions, reached out, RSVP, so that we can accommodate them safely. If things change, the doors are back open for all Israel to come gather with us. That'll be one of the greatest celebrations I plan on ever being a part of. If the Most High does that so that we can celebrate Passover without hindrance, we're going to tear the place down. But as of right now, we're setting up a remote option for you to watch the Passover with us, for the women and children and for those interested, so that you can get the prayers, so that we can go through the lesson, and so that we can feast as a family. You need unleavened bread, bitter herbs, and lamb, and wine, and we can do everything together. All right, that's my report. I'm gonna pass the microphone to another brother.
Salaki, so those of you who did RSVP and you plan on coming, if you're sick, stay home. Like, don't make it harder on us.
Please.
We already putting ourselves on the line by having this feast. There is a curfew where we're at. 10 or more people cannot gather. Like the Otto one said, we going against what Esau says because we have to keep the feast, because we have to do this. The Most High commands us to, but don't make it harder on brothers. If you ill, the scriptures doesn't say for you to be there if you can't be there. Go back to where is that? Whatever. But if you ill, just watch it on the live. Watch it. If you RSVP, y'all always gonna get back to you and tell you how you can watch it on the live. Do that. Do that. Not like don't be selfish and think that I just have to be there, because by doing that, you putting everybody else at risk. You putting the feast at risk by doing that. We're trying to come together spiritually for the Most High. We can't have brothers coming out sick because of this. It doesn't make sense for Israel to do that. Okay. Um, Elio, you want to say something?
I mean, I just wanted to reiterate what you said about people not coming if they're sick. That's big for me because there's people that live with people that have pre-existing conditions or may have pre-existing conditions themselves that are going to be putting themselves at risk, sort of, and those people at risk going to this feast. So it would be best that if you're sick or have any symptoms, even if you got a cold and you know it's not corona, don't come. Because if somebody catch that cold that has a pre-existing condition, it could make them susceptible to catch the coronavirus, which could eventually kill them because of that pre-existing condition. So I, for one, I have IBSD. The brother Jonathan told me, that I would be somebody who's more susceptible to get it. My mom has multiple sclerosis, so she would be somebody who's more susceptible to get it. So, you put other brothers at risk if you come and you're sick. So I just want to reiterate that.
To combat it, we're gonna have a lot of incense and smoke in the building. So if that is something, if you have some kind of lung condition, asthma or something, you're not gonna want to come either. We're trying to keep it as sanitary as possible. So if brother walk around you and spray some alcohol on you, don't be upset. Like
Yeah.
it's not gonna be what SOT normally does for a feast day. All right. We're gonna come in, we're gonna serve the Lord, and that's gonna be it.
Come.
All right. The music, the fellowship, the eating of the different foods, that ain't this. Y'all gonna follow directions. You're gonna do exactly as we ask you. You're gonna comply. You're gonna be helpful on this day because we're trying to keep brothers safe to get home to their houses and families. And like Eliel says, those with pre-existing conditions that you may live with, we're gonna protect them by all costs. We're gonna come, pray, anoint, Seder meal, pray, party done. That's it. We out. We breaking down tables and we gone. We'll make it up to everyone. Well, we ain't making it up to you. We don't owe you a good time. That's not what all right. That's not what the feast is about. And I know you used to that when you feast with us. We have a blast. That's the way we was raised. That's the way our elders did it. That's the way we like to do it. Children running around, laughter, women taking pictures, the men being mighty together. That's the way we do it. But we can't do that now. We got to strictly serve the Most High in solemnity. And maybe he wants it that way. Maybe he's going to destroy this place and we're going to be out of here. All right?
Salakia.
Yeah.
So on social media, I see a lot of people, they're privy to this information, putting it out as if SOT is doing something bad. Y'all going off doing that. And you
Fact.
know who you are. You going off doing that. SOT, I'm not trying to lift us up or anything, but we try to do as much as we can for the people. So for you to go on social media and act like those brothers are wicked, they don't want women there. We looking out for you. We do nothing but look out for you. A lot of camps don't want you at camp. We have a place for you to sit and men that stand around you and protect you. You don't go to the bathroom by yourself. You don't go to the parking lot by yourself. You don't do anything by yourself. Feast days, a lot of camps don't have women at feast days.
That's a fact.
We allow that. We have a quiet room, so when you have children that are crying, you can go in the quiet room. We do a lot for y'all. So for y'all to, and you know who you are, to come at us like that, you off. You going off. And I'm trying to be nice.
Con.
Go ahead.
All right. You men, this is not a Negro event. The time we say this thing starts is the time is beginning. It's on a Saturday. The time we say this thing starts is the time we're beginning. You have no excuse for strolling in there like y'all like to do 40, 45 minutes late. Nah, they ain't gonna start yet. They still setting up. No, we're not. No, we're not. We're gonna pray, anoint, say the meal, pray. We out of here. Our conscience will be justified that we did everything we could do to serve the Lord. I'm gonna read something for you. This is the book of Maccabees. All right. Let me get there. My apocrypha is falling apart. This is the book of Second Maccabees, chapter 6 and verse 6. We'll start at verse 6. Neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days or ancient feasts. That's right now. It is not lawful for us to have a large gathering right now. Amalek, the fake Jew, nobody's going to bother him. Us, Esau's going to bother us. Satan is going to help Esau bother us. When we begin is when we begin. Hey, Kanal, I'm feeling like if they late, we're not opening the door. I'm sorry.
Okay.
That's agreed, Eliel?
Don't show up 2 hours late. Oh, they'll start when everybody gets there. Don't do that. Because we're going to start and the door's going to be locked.
I'm not interrupting no prayer to let you in at Passover. When we doing Seder meal and we doing the ritual and the rites, I'm not letting you in. We're not stopping. Come on time. Don't tempt the devil to be super Satan on the Lord's day by being late and being and being casual. Brothers, help us run this thing right. Come with a list of paper who you want to include in the prayers and their names. Bring that with you. Bring your Bible, your apocrypha. You want to put on your fire garment? By all means. But all that dapping and hugging and two-handed salute, we can't do that right now. We can't do that right now. You know what we can do right now? Keep the Passover feast and serve the Lord and go home in order. That's what we're trying to prepare y'all for. Yo, the Most High might be ready to take us off here. Who knows? And if he comes back, I would love to be in the middle of Passover prayers. The women, y'all are going to be covered. For the women that don't have a head, that's a question that I was asked. What about the women who don't have a husband to speak, to represent them? That's fine. You're going to be with us in the spirit. All right? Like I showed you the scripture, the men are required to appear. We're going to wear that burden. Y'all will get the word. We're going to make sure it goes out and the scripture goes out. All right? Anybody else want to say anything? Okay. Now, to the women who wonderfully RSVP'd on time from out of state, bought plane tickets in preparation to come here, I'm sorry. The mayor passed the law. We hope things change, but we wanted to be responsible and tell you this now. So if you wish to cancel and try to get your money back, because airlines are doing that, and allowing you to fly a different date with no fee. We wanted to give you time for that. We wanted to give you 2-week notice for that. Because this ban wasn't until this weekend. It just came out. and we had to figure out what to do. To those that donated for our Passover feast, just email us. We will return your donation. To those that donated to our Passover feast, just email us and we will return your donation. Thank you. The water, humbly, come feast with us another day. All right? If you can be patient and hold on to see what may develop and what the Lord may bring. Hey, after we fast on April 1st and 2nd, because everything is perfect timing. The watchman called for that fast, and this happened. Maybe that fast, the Most High will be merciful, and it says, when thy ways please the Lord, he make even thy enemies to be at peace with you. So when that happens, the Most High might turn the decree, and then the travel ban is lifted, the gathering ban is lifted. We want to see all y'all there. And how long we going to party, Kanor? We're going to serve the Most High solemnly first, and then after that, we're going to celebrate Israel. How long, Kanor?
Until they go home.
Until you want to leave. All right? So if you could be patient and wait, we appreciate that. But as it stands now, today, March 24th, no women, no children, only the men that have RSVP and the men that's in our camp can attend. Anybody else want to say anything?
And don't come if you're sick, even if you RSVP.
Yeah, be merciful, man. These brothers got little kids. If you sick and coughing, runny nose, don't even make it weird. Sacrifice and say, yo, I'm gonna have to keep Passover at my house with my family because I'm not gonna endanger the lives of my brothers. That's how you apply, be not righteous over much. Why should thou destroy thyself? Because you will be destroying us by coming.
Love your brother as you love yourself.
And love your brother as you love yourself, man. Okay? If anybody has any questions, you can begin asking them now. I'm gonna step away for a second. Thawada, brother Troy Eason, humbly, thank you.
Elio, can you see the questions? Because I can't see them.
Hold up, yeah, I'm about to put them.
All right, Elio, a brother said, "Can I RSVP or is it too late?" What's the limitation? We'll email us and we'll answer that.
Yeah, come. Hold up.
I'll put the email in the chat. I'll be right back. All right.
You got to check the questions. I can't see them.
Yeah, I can see. Can I RSVP or is it too late? Yeah, you can still RSVP. I'm also a nurse at first. Okay.
Is that a man or a woman?
Who you talking about?
Who just said?
Yeah. Like it was a man. His name Adam. Hope that was a man.
And again, women, we're not trying to exclude you. It's just the situation that we're in. I mean, this is what Esau has given us.
Yeah, kind of.
Like we didn't put the 10-person ban on Atlanta. The mayor did that. Like actually, I think it's for the state now. I think they just passed that 12 o'clock this afternoon. It's statewide. So I mean, we didn't do that. We're trying to keep the feast by all means necessary, but we can't have all that liability in that place. And for the children, we're trying to protect you by doing this also, because somebody comes in off a plane to come to the feast and they don't know that they got it.
It was a wrap.
So we're just trying to have the men there, be sincere, and the Most High see us through it. But we don't want to tempt the Most High by just trying to do too much, trying to be over righteous, trying to be that priest that says, I'm going to throw this boiling hot water on myself and I'm not going to get hurt. We're not trying to do that. We're gonna keep it simple, humble, serve the Most High, and go home. It's not gonna be all the extra hoopla that we normally have. We're not taking a whole bunch of pictures. We're not gonna have the big feast like we normally do. No, all the music and all of that. We're not doing that.
Come. But there's a couple questions on here. I want to answer these, right?
Yeah. I think they're all stuff.
First one, first one I see is the 1/3 the house of the elect. Where y'all all go? He dropped off?
No, I'm right here.
Okay.
You don't have any Passover questions?
That's what I want first. You know what I'm saying? Like we'll deal with that.
Yeah, okay.
Ask that on Friday. Like,
It says, I'm also a nurse, and at first I thought this was Esau playing games, but it is real, brothers and sisters. This is a very real threat. Khan.
I mean, Esau could have put it out there, and I'm pretty sure he did, but you know, Esau don't care, so he just put it out there for the masses.
Yeah.
I mean, 9/11 was fake, but it wasn't fake. Them buildings did come down. People did die.
Mm-hmm.
So even when Esau is doing something wicked, it's real. When he comes out to kill people, it's real.
Water, fish, the water.
What?
Somebody sent a donation. Sister Evangelina says, Khan, it's more important for the men to gather.
And sisters, email us your name. We're still gonna do a prayer for all the sisters. We'll still call out your name the same way we normally do. It's just we just don't want you there. Even, you know, to leave the facility after curfew hours, you have to have like work permit
to be on the highway.
So
all of us gonna be riding dirty going home.
I was telling
I got us. Don't worry about it.
Okay, come.
Yeah, but my dad, and I might be good too, because I got the same name as my dad, and he has one of the letters because he's the
don't say all of that on the internet.
Damn, brother.
Just
it can't prove it. I got the same. So yeah, but I'm saying I might be straight. So, but like I was telling them, there's a letter that you gotta have. My grandma got one too. Basically says that you have to be a necessary infrastructure worker in order to be out between the hours of 9 p.m. and 6 a.m. during that curfew period. So that's how they're gonna be treated. Gotta have that piece of paper. If you don't have it, they have the liability to, well, if they want to, they can arrest you. They're gonna pull you over, actually, but if they want to, they can arrest you. And chances are, if it's Jake, you're gonna get arrested.
Khan, brother Elijah, Moab is Moab is my wash pot. That's what the Lord said. He's a toilet. All right, that devil is disgusting. Hershey official says women should be joyous. Our men care this much.
Yep.
Hey, Hawk Dog, RSVP. You and your brother, RSVP. Don't bring your son.
Malak Judah said the ban here in Memphis began tonight.
Yeah, see? I don't know when ours starts, honestly. The letter didn't say that. Just whenever the governor announces it, they already got the letters in place to give to the employees, or they've already started doing it so that, we'll be on lockdown. But I was just outside, so I didn't get pulled over. It was after 9 o'clock. So I passed about 3 or 4 police officers in like a mile span. Like they just lined up waiting to stop somebody. They didn't pull me over, but sure, as it gets later, they're gonna start pulling folks over. So yeah.
Sister Evangelina says $700 fine if you are out just to be out in Ohio.
Damn.
I think
Yeah,
it's only $200 here, but we don't want nobody getting no fine or going to jail.
Brother Kenneth said, yeah, there's a curfew in Ohio. VA shut
Y'all
down.
better start coughing when y'all get pulled over.
no season on the somebody said no season on the lamb, correct? There's no season on the what you call it? The Seder meal. But the if you're eating separate lamb for the actual feast, you can make it however you want.
Yo, lamb tastes good by itself.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
tasty.
but, well, I like it with seasoned salt. I mean, not seasoned salt with sea salt on it and some like olive oil or something.
Yeah, that's how I make it when I make it for myself when I grill it. This is Exodus 12 and 11. And thus shall ye eat it with your loins girded, your shoes on your feet, and your staff in hand. And ye shall eat it in haste. It is the Lord's Passover. So also want to say for brothers saying we are not to eat meat. Here you have a law of Moses telling you have to eat lamb. And Moses got his brother gonna eat the chicken. Don't do that on camp. Come on, Ab.
You still can eat meat.
Brother, come on, don't
Sure.
eat on the class. But here you have a law saying you must eat lamb for the Passover. We know Christ didn't come to destroy the law. We know in Matthew 23, Christ told you to do everything you are instructed according to the law of Moses. Well, this is what it is. You brothers got to rethink that doctrine. You can be vegetarian, but tonight you're not. You're gonna eat some lamb. All right. You don't have to be a glutton, but you're gonna eat lamb like the Lord said, and then it's over with.
There's a sister that says be a lamitarian, so y'all become lamitarian.
Okay.
That's Trinette.
Malak Judah says, shouldn't we observe the Passover when the full moon is seen in Jerusalem? Am I wrong? Any of you brothers want to take that?
I live in Atlanta.
Yeah, like we can't see. Don't the moon look different? Like it's seen at different times from us. It's like it wouldn't make sense because back then in that time period, wouldn't have been no way if they say the people of the Northern Kingdom were following the Passover, right? They not gonna know back in 339 BC what it looked like in Jerusalem. And they had no telephones or no internet to call brothers and sisters over there. Hey, so when y'all new moon gonna happen? You know what I mean? All they could do is see the moon when they could see the moon. So that's what I say. And we don't do the new moon when you see the moon, but yeah, like it says you should see it. So we would do it when we could see it. And we don't see the moon the same time that they would see it in Jerusalem, mainly because our daytimes are different and our night times are different. So, that really wouldn't make sense for us, especially if you're looking at the way it was back then. Wouldn't have been no way for us to find out here or somewhere else in the world if we're not in the same time zone as the people in Jerusalem to be able to see the moon. They wouldn't have had a way to ask them, like, if it's visible or whatever. You feel me?
That's a good answer. The brother's basically saying, how can we keep Jerusalem's moon if we can't see that one? And the moon is to serve for times of feast. So we have to go with the moon that we see. If brothers want to follow Jerusalem's moon, we are not going to say that they're wrong. We're going to say that they're doing the best that they can to serve the Most High to the best of their strength. And that's what we're doing also. Okay? Sister said, if you start Passover with certain people, are you supposed to close it with them?
Imagine, right?
I'm gonna say, as long as you close it, you don't have to close it with the same people.
Yeah.
Somebody said, at least let the women set up the place so they feel a part of it. No.
Because
No.
look, what if the place is already contagious or something? We walking up in there.
Well, hopefully
You
it's
get
not.
you get what I'm
I
saying? Most high will it's not. But I'm just saying. Then
Periscope.
you like putting the women at risk at that point.
Yeah, the whole point is not to put the women at risk. Why would we have them setting up either? We do that. My husband and I don't eat meat at all, but we will eat a small portion to be obedient. Khan.
Good. To what? To what?
Is gyro meat
Are you
acceptable?
supposed to do
No.
that, Salaki? Salakia, for that last person, who said that you supposed to do that. Ephesians, what is this? Ephesians 2:5-1. Ye therefore followers of God as dear children, and walk in love as Christ also has loved us, and has given himself for us, an offering and a sacrifice to God for the sweet smelling Savior.
Khan.
That's good that you do that. You're supposed to do that. Like, there's a lot of vegetarians. Be a vegetarian all year, but when the Most High calls for you to do something, you do it.
Right.
The water sister KG.
Right, KG.
Sister KG was going to join us, but she wasn't able to. She sent us an email about it.
Mm.
So, I mean,
Dwada.
she's not going to be too inconvenienced. The first full moon was March 9th. 14 days from that would have been yesterday at evening. But we don't follow the full moon as the new moon, watcher.
Right.
Why would they set up if they shouldn't be there? Khan. Hulk Dog said a man just died from it in China.
A lot of people died from it in China. Most I kicked more at behind with that jump.
There's gonna be a lot more. It's gonna be a lot more. Would the Most High forgive me for my ignorance, not knowing how to keep the high holy days?
If you're online, at least follow how somebody's doing it on the internet. I mean, you got our YouTube. I'm sure you following other brothers. You know what I'm saying? So you got examples of how to do it, multiple different examples, because all camps don't do it the same way, I promise you. So it's like, yeah, got examples.
We
Do
teach
something.
a new moon lesson every month. We teach the feast days, we prepare you for them. So if you watch our channel, if you go back in time and you look at our channel, you're going to get an idea of how to keep the feast. This is Colossians 2:16. Let no man therefore judge you in meat or in drink or in respect of an holy day or of the new moon or of the Sabbath days. So as long as you're trying to observe them, nobody can judge you on how. Shalom.
Drew, they're asking if Passover gonna be live streamed.
Okay, Passover involves prayers. So we're not going to do it like a post on Facebook or post on YouTube. The stream is going to be sent to those that want to do the Passover with us. So you're going to email us and say, I want to follow the Passover lesson, and we're going to make sure you're able to watch. Like I said, we're going to go out of our way to accommodate everybody, but only the men can attend. We're going to put the energy in to make this work. And we hope the Most High has mercy on us and understands why we're doing it like this.
I don't know how to say this sister name, but Chone Johnson or Shoni Johnson. What?
Fine. The water sister. Um, somebody is saying
Who keeping Passover? Us?
somebody said this.
The 4th.
Maybe if
April
there's a
4th.
small
If you're talking
gathering
about
of
us.
women at someone's home.
10.
What'd you say, Elio?
No, somebody named Ted said, when are they keeping Passover? Just got in the chat. I was trying to tell him the 4th.
April 4th at evening. Somebody said maybe a small gathering of women at someone's home. Listen to what I'm telling you. If you do not have to, don't have no type of gathering until this thing is under control. You could be a carrier and not know. It takes 14 days for the symptoms to show. This is the information we got from Brother Jonathan
5 to 14.
and Brother Jacobes. Go ahead, Art.
No, it's 5 to 14 days. That's all I was saying.
Yeah. Okay. Gyro meat. The way you really supposed to keep the Passover is you're supposed to take a lamb and all the pertinence thereof and roast it with fire. That means you don't dice them and separate them into pieces, right? But to observe Passover like that, you need certain accommodation. So since we can't judge a man in a holy day, we do not condemn brothers for doing what they can. All right. If gyro meat is the only lamb you can get because the supermarket is empty, brother, the Most High likes obedience instead of sacrifice. So I can't speak for the Lord, but hopefully he acknowledges your feast. All right. A sister asked me, can we list the Seder meal? This is what you need. You need lamb, bitter herbs, unleavened bread. I wrote it in the chat.
Salakia.
Lamb, bitter herbs, unleavened bread.
Salakia. For the women that said a small gathering of women at someone's house, you can't have more than 10 people in a gathering. Those women have to leave your house at some point in time. After curfew, how are they going to get home? You're just putting them at risk. If we thought it was acceptable for women to be there, we would have them be there. We're trying to protect you and tell you to stay home. I've seen this on Facebook also with the person that's telling us that we wrong not to have the women there, and they trying to have their own gathering. Don't follow what that sister's saying. You go
Somebody
have some
said that.
gathering someplace. God, you go have some gathering at some place. That don't make no sense. Yeah, go look back at that Facebook post. It was in that post, bro.
You lying.
God. Yeah, look. Going against men doesn't make any sense. Like, I don't understand what y'all was planning on doing. Were you gonna anoint the women that are there? Like, that's not your position. You're trying to usurp the authority of men, and that is going to be your downfall. Stop. If your man won't tell you to stop, I'm gonna tell you to stop. Stop. You're going off, and you're leading women to go off with you. Stop.
You lying.
Read it. You just looked at your phone. Read that post.
I can't believe that.
If anybody is inviting you to their house to have some gathering of women, don't do it. Get your lamb, get your bitter herb, stay home. Watch the live. Do the prayers with us. Don't try to be extra, because you're not only walking yourself into a ditch, the blind following the blind, you walking everybody that's following you into a ditch. Stop.
All right, to the brother that said, when can you open your doors? You can open your doors whenever you want. This is not the first Passover where the death angel is outside and the Most High gave a command. This is an observation, a memorial of Passover. All right. Eliel, answer this question.
Yo, which one? I'm homeless, no place to cook. Can I watch and pray with you? I do plan on keeping the fast April 1st with Israel. Yeah. Yeah. Is it any? I don't know if brothers is in Sacramento. If there's any brothers in Sacramento, do we know brothers in Sacramento
I'll ask the
where they
brothers
could
in
like
Shikari.
Yeah, that's about
somebody could like possibly give him a piece of lamb or something like that so he could. I know they probably everybody over there
Yeah,
did they
yeah, but they might be able to help the brother out. Yo, Ramale Dorsey, send us an email. We're gonna try to help you.
yeah, somebody could probably get you a piece of lamb so you, if you can't get no if you can't get your hands on no lamb, then you know as long as you keeping it situations, so you should be good. But at least you trying, you know, you the sacks. That's all we can ask for.
The water brother Terry, Khan.
Oh yeah, come on.
Do our local grocery stores sell unleavened bread in Atlanta? I usually have to go to Whole Foods or Trader Joe's to get unleavened bread. I go to Whole Foods.
Some Kroger's and
You breaking up. Eliel, you breaking up.
Walmart. You still can hear me?
You breaking up.
Salakia, if y'all trying to get unleavened bread right now, get it right now. Try to get whatever you need now. Don't wait until the last minute because there'll be nothing on the shelves. There's nothing on the shelves as we speak. If you have the opportunity to go do that, go do it. Hey, I'm on 3%. I gotta put my phone on the charger.
Plug it in the car.
I don't know. It's just steadily going down. I just turned it on. Maybe it'll charge better.
The email is right there for anybody that needs the email. Do we put lamb's blood on our door for Passover? Nobody?
I'll say this. Putting blood on your door, probably not a good idea. Like,
It might be a health code violation, especially if you live in an apartment.
it's a health code violation. Somebody see that blood on your door, cops will be knocking at your door. You don't like. You gotta use wisdom, as
The
y'all always.
law of how to keep the Passover does not require that. All right. Once again, this is not the first Passover where the death angel was being sent down and it was a decree from Yahweh to do certain things. This is a memorial of the Passover.
Sorry about that, yeah.
Khan, Sister Evangelina, the man is the head. That's right, sister.
Tell your sisters that. They need to know.
Any sister trying to put together a women's gathering is defeating the purpose of us not allowing the women and the children to come. You defeat the reason y'all cannot come is so you will not be in a crowded location with multiple people exposing you, the primary caregiver, to the children to possible infection. We are the ones taking the risk, and we are saving you from it, since it's not required of Yahweh for you to be there. According to scripture, we have to present ourselves. That's the point. The Swuvia said, Ecclesiastes 5:1, keep thy foot when you go to the house of God, and be more ready to hear than to give the sacrifice of fools, for they consider not that they do evil. That's right. This brother said, Malachi said, Kroger's, Publix, and Sprouts all sell unleavened bread.
Yo, you going tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I'm going to go in the morning. The fast is April 1st and 2nd. If you want to do it 2 days, you start April 1st.
I thought it was 3 days fast.
Well, it's April 1st if you want to add it. It's April 2nd into April 3rd.
Oh, okay.
That's Wednesday and Thursday, right?
Yeah. I don't know. Check the calendar. I don't know.
It should be Wednesday, third. Yeah, because the third should be Friday, because the 4th is our Passover.
Yeah.
Okay, kind of good. Quick on the story.
Esau circling this car. I'm supposed to be working.
The vernal equinox was March 19th, which makes tonight the New Year's. Yeah.
What did Didi say? I can't see that.
Why you can't see?
I had to dim my phone because it's just dying. I'm on 3%. I'm trying to.
Sister Didi asked that we pray for her at the feast.
Con, you always in our
we always do.
We always add you in every prayer.
Somebody asked what does fasting consist of. You saw that one? Or you ain't got there yet?
What does it say?
Chris, somebody named Chris said, what does fasting consist of? Oh, we were supposed to answer his question yesterday. That's the one that said they don't know if he's an Israelite or not.
Well, answer his question.
I mean, about this or about him being an Israelite? Because
the one that he's asking right now.
The one he's at, fasting, this fast is going to consist of no food, no water. Like, it's a straight fast for the day, from sundown to sundown. So
for the strong man, it's 2 days. If you ain't never fasted, just do 1 day. You're not gonna make it.
Yo, get all the leaven out of your house.
Yeah, do that too.
Yeah, all the crackers, the bread, all of that stuff, get it out.
If you can't afford to throw it away or donate it, pack it up, put it in your car. Leave it in your trunk. And then reclaim it after the 7 days.
I mean, oh yeah.
No leaven.
You have until then to get rid of the leaven in your house. Eat it.
You can eat it. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
what are bitter herbs?
Checking mine up right now.
What are bitter herbs, Doc?
Bitter herbs? What's that one that horseradish is a bitter herb?
We're doing horseradish again.
Huh?
We're gonna do horseradish again.
Yeah. What's that other one? The one that what they use when you was in New York, Joel? Y'all didn't use
Not
horseradish.
collard greens.
No,
Not
no.
collard greens.
My first
Don't
Passover, I used collard greens.
Yeah, collard greens.
don't get me
Adawan
collard
Zabak
greens.
was like, "You going off, brother?" Hey, I didn't know any better. I didn't know any better, right? I didn't know.
Hey, how long y'all gonna be on the live? I'm on 2%. I'm gonna put this on the charger for 5 minutes.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. We'll still be here.
We ain't going nowhere. Not yet.
Okay, fine. Shalom, Israel. I'll be back.
What you said?
Tortilla shells are unleavened bread, but there are some tortillas that have leaven in it. You have to look at the ingredients or make your own.
That's crazy. Naya said her folks gonna cuss her out for trying to throw away the food, Joel.
Don't throw it away. Just put it away. Or and if you don't own your home and you live with your parents, listen. Deal with what you can control. Don't touch nobody else's stuff. That would be going into over-righteous territory. When you get your own place, then you can control that. The strip club, that video was from a while back. That was before this happened. The strip club review. That was before this happened. Khan. Hawk Dog says dry fasting can build your immune system, and we need that.
Guy named Christian Navarro says, if you have a brother who's in the truth but they're not circumcised, can they celebrate Passover with you? And if not, how do they spend the day of Passover?
Well, here's the thing. The law says if you're not circumcised, you can't enter, right? But when we get to the New Testament, we see many scriptures saying that the uncircumcision made with hands called the uncircumcised in the flesh by the circumcision made with hands. We are asked to cease from making a difference between ourselves and them. There was even a council where they was discussing that, and the burden of circumcision was not placed on brothers. So what we're going to say is this: in mercy, if you want to gather, you can gather. If your conscience condemns you, where you feel like, yo, I just want to be perfect according to the law as it is written, I understand everything else, but I just want to do this. If you're not circumcised, don't come around. Fine. Me personally, I don't know which nigga in my camp is circumcised and not circumcised. I'm not asking this, but if that's what your focus is at the moment or the time, separate. But if you don't, if you're dealing with mercy, if you're being merciful, we would say the Most High will wink at that. Joachim, we're not debating today. Talk to us on Friday. Okay, brother? We answering questions for the interested party.
I saw you say too.
All right. If you stay with your parents, their law is the law of the house. You can't go in the kitchen throwing their food away. All right? You be done kicked out with your clothes outside. Submit to the law of your parents. Control what you can control. For 7 days, don't put no leaven in your body. No beer, no bread. You control what you can control.
Your camp feels different. That's weird.
It starts April 4th. The Water Brother Rodney, humbly, thank you.
Somebody named Ted McCree said anything other than horseradish, I don't like it, but if I had to eat things, fine. You're not supposed to like the bitter herbs. They're bitter herbs. So I personally think you should get like the nastiest bitter herb possible, so that you really show the Most High that that's how much you care. You know what I mean? Bitter herbs make horseradish make you cry. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? I've seen brothers like really cry after eating that junk. Like, so
and we,
especially eating it in haste too. You're supposed to just throw the whole thing in your mouth, not take little bites of it, and you're supposed to just
you're gonna
take.
suffer. You're gonna suffer, but it's gonna remind you of that the bitterness of the captivity of Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
The water brother Ramallah is cilantro a bitter herb? Well, yeah, I mean, just eat it dry. Listen, you can eat a scallion, you know.
Yeah.
Uh,
Is an onion? Nah.
an onion is an onion a herb?
Uh,
I guess it is. I
yeah.
guess it is. But I wouldn't. I would say don't just bite a raw onion or an onion slice. But do the best you can. All right. Like we said, our suggestion is horseradish.
Yeah.
Um,
Somebody said, can you add other ingredients to the unleavened bread? What do you add to unleavened bread?
I've had onion and garlic unleavened bread. I've had strawberry unleavened bread.
Oh,
But
well, okay.
but remember, here's what the Passover meal. Here's the spirit of the Passover meal. We're escaping Egypt. We're
Right.
out of here. Eat this food and go. So do we have time to be dressing it up and making it fancy? Not really. So when you eat the Seder meal, it's just plain unleavened bread, lamb, and bitter herbs. After you do the Seder meal, if you have on your own prepared a delicious Passover feast, by all means eat that for the rest of the week. But during the Seder meal, unseasoned lamb, unleavened bread, plain, and bitter herbs. Khan? The water everybody for the wonderful donations, man. And I'm gonna tell you something. It hurts, brothers, that we can't take them and turn them back around and give them to you. Because that's what we had planned for this feast day. We went and got a bigger spot and everything. We was gonna decorate the place. The food was gonna be just too much to eat. We're gonna have to burn it at the end, okay? Or give it to the poor. We man, we was gonna be so merry, and that's all we wanted to do was make the best Passover possible to thank y'all for donating to us. But circumstances, man, I'm gonna recap what we said in the beginning. We asking only men attend. We asking the women and the children to stay home and do it digitally to keep you out of harm's way and to keep the number of people in the gathering down, because this coronavirus is being called an equivalent to the Spanish flu by the experts in our camp that are working in the medical field. It's that contagious. We are being chastised for even still going forward with this thing by those brothers. But we're going to serve the Most High. However, we do so at our own peril, and we understand that. We're not willing to put the women and the children in peril. Come on time. If you come to the Passover 30 seconds late, you missed our Passover. We're not opening that door once we close it. Once we close it, sanitize every hand, separate every man with distance, assign you your chair, and you take your seat, nobody going nowhere. That's the way it's going to be. Come on time. And on time means early. Passover starts at 7:45. If you are looking at your clock and it says 7 o'clock, you're late. If you're trying to get to our Passover at 7:45 and you look at your clock and it says 7 o'clock, you're already late. By the time you get from where you at through traffic, forget about it. The door is going to be closed, and it's not my fault. We doing this for safety concern. Period. No CPT time. We're not playing with you, bro. This thing is real, man.
I see this one. I need to answer it now. Unleavened bread is not pita bread. Pita bread is leavened. It has leavening agents in it. Complete flat bread is unleavened bread. Leavening agents is the stuff that make the bread rise. So flat bread, the stuff you use for like your soft tacos. You know what I'm saying? Before you heat it up and everything. That's flat bread. But pita bread is it's leavened. It don't have as much leaven as a lot of stuff, but it's still leavened bread. So no pita bread.
The 7 days of unleavened bread are the Passover. It's Passover, 7 days, the closing. It's not before, it's during. The days of unleavened bread are the Passover. Let's get that in the book of Luke.
I got it.
Pull it up. Is it 22?
Oh, I think so.
I think it's 22 and 1. 22 and 1.
All right, hold up. Let me go to my KJV. Salakia. All right, Luke. Let me go ahead and share the screen. All right. Luke.
Got it out?
Salakia. Yeah, you see it? Luke 22 and 1. Y'all can see it, right?
You posted it?
Yeah, it should be on there. You can't see it?
There it is.
Okay. Now the feast of unleavened bread drew near, which is called the Passover. And the chief priests and scribes sought how they might kill him, for they feared the people. Keep going.
No, that's it. The Feast of Unleavened Bread is called the Passover.
Yeah, come.
All right. When you say no leftovers, do you mean for the day we eat it or no leftovers after the Passover? Whatever lamb you use for the Seder meal is not to remain until the morning. You got to finish it or burn the remains. That's what the law say. Now, is that practical for everybody? No. So certain people just get enough to eat for your Seder meal, and the rest is what you eat during the days of unleavened bread. Okay, let's do it like that. We're not trying to place burdens on the people. That's not the way we teach. We're always looking for practicality, kind of like how Yahushua made the law clear and brought practicality to it. That's the same way we try to teach. We try to follow his example without adding to scripture or taking away. Is ginger a bitter herb? Yes. Do I have to get a staff? No. When is SOT's Passover feast, Elio?
It is April 4th at sundown. Even, whatever you want to call it.
Elio, answer this question here by Charles David. I want to see you deal with that.
Where is the Charles David question? Some can't. I can't even see. Hold up. There it is. Some camps are starting on the 4th. Some camps are starting on the 6th. Which one is the right one? They're both right, as long as you keep in the law, statutes, and commandment. We're just supposed to rehearse the righteous acts.
There you go. There you go. That is the right answer. Again, what is unleavened bread? Pita bread? I apologize if it's a simple question. Unleavened bread is bread that has no rising agent, no yeast.
The water of Vincent.
Dandelion and wormwood is bitter herb. Yeah, but you could get sick from both of them. Use wisdom.
Right.
Use wisdom.
Definitely don't want that right now.
Is it required to blow a ram's horn at Passover? You could blow if you possess one and can blow the horn, blow the horn.
Yeah.
The horn is for calling the people to order.
The water sister Didi for putting that in the chat.
Elio, another question for you. Can you see them? I see them easily.
Yeah, it's because I got my screen small so I can see the chat too. When I make it bigger, I can see it.
Okay.
Says question: does the lamb have to be unseasoned? Yes, for the Seder meal. The Seder meal lamb has to be like it was if you ate it, and you was leaving like if you was leaving Egypt in haste. If you was leaving Egypt in a rush, you got people chasing you, a whole city of people chasing you, the whole king's guard, all that stuff. They all trying to chase you up out of there. You trying to run away. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make sure they don't catch up to you. You're not gonna be sitting there trying to season your food and everything and make you a whole nice meal and stuff like that. You're gonna just cook it enough to where it's not gonna make you sick. You're gonna eat your little unleavened bread. That's why it was unleavened, because they didn't have a chance to put the leavening agents and make it like real bread. That's why you're eating flatbread. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, don't season it. But your lamb after the fact, like the brother was talking about a minute ago, that you can basically make it how you want to make it, because that's not the lamb that's pertaining to the feast. That's not the lamb pertaining to the ceremonial part of the feast. That's the lamb pertaining to what you're going to eat throughout the week. So, yeah.
I have heard brothers say when you fast that you can't brush your teeth or take a shower. Is this the truth? That's actually anti-Bible.
That's disgusting. Yeah, that's what that is. Shit. Y'all crazy. You gonna be in people's face after you ain't eating and stuff like that? You making us smell what you had the day before? If you're doing a 2-day fast, 2 days before that, bro, you crazy, man.
Let's go to Matthew chapter 6 and 16. Can you put that on the screen, Elio?
Yeah. I'm forgetting I could do that. You said Matthew what?
Matthew 6 and 16.
Oh, that's what all right. This is Matthew. Everybody can see it, right?
Can you make it bigger?
Uh,
Press Command plus.
Gee, I don't got no
On your keyboard, yes you do. Press Control plus.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah, keep hitting that.
Great. Keep hitting it. You want to big it? That's not big enough?
One more time. There we go.
All right.
It says, go read it.
This is Matthew 6 and 16. Moreover, when ye fast, be not as the hypocrites of a sad countenance. For if they disfigure their faces, that they may appear unto men to fast, verily I say unto you, they have their reward.
Yeah, they have their reward. They appear to men to fast. You're not doing it for the Most High. You're doing it for the people that's looking. So when you don't brush your teeth and you don't damn take a shower because you fasting, because you might not want to brush your teeth during the Day of Atonement because it's a complete fast, no food, no water. So when you brush your teeth, you might accidentally take in water. I understand that. But in a general fast, And even in the Day of Atonement, get in the shower, bust some suds, especially now. Be clean. It says, but thou, when thou fastest, anoint thine head and wash thy face. Everybody understand? That's another question up there.
So do we take the yeast out of the home for 1 day or for 7 days? For 7 days.
That's right.
When leaven at your house for the full period of the whole feast. Because the point is to like start over. You know what I'm saying? You start a new year. You don't want no leaven in your life when you start. You don't want no leaven in your house when you start.
That's right.
I was thinking my son and I could have gyros on flatbread with horseradish for the Passover. Should they eat it like that for the Seder meal? Like put it together like a gyro?
Not really. That could be a good meal during Passover week, but just eat the lamb, the herbs, the unleavened bread in order when we do the Seder meal. All right. But for your meals for that week, that's fine. And the water for your donation, sister and brother Johnson. Yo, I feel so, yo, if you understood how excited we was to have all Israel, as many as we could fit in that building. I'm talking about, I was hoping for standing room.
Yeah.
Man, we was going to blow that place up.
Man, it sucks.
Okay, hey, somebody put Yo Kim raised by Yah on timeout because there's no reason for that, man. Somebody put him on timeout, man.
Who he followed that's doing it on the 6th? Oh, Watchmen doing it on the 6th, right?
Brothers are doing it for the Jerusalem calendar, and we said, look, we respect and understand that, but we've calculated all our days from where we're at. We're gonna stick to that, and going forward, if brothers gonna keep the Jerusalem Passover, all of our feast days, even our new moons, is gonna shift. So we have to calculate that and set that up. This is the final feast. This is the final culmination of the year to begin our next year. So we're gonna stick with what we have right now. You know, no offense to anybody, and we're not offended by them.
Because like you said, you got to think we'd have to. We calculated our like feast days for this year based off the moon that we could see. So if we were going to change it, that means it kicks off everything else for the next time we want to do it. If we were going to keep our feast days the same way, so puts us off now.
What do you eat besides unleavened during Passover and the lamb? Bitter herbs. Get you some horseradish. Slice it up. Take you a bite. Eat 2-3 pieces. I seen brothers at Passover eating the horseradish on purpose. Like, yo,
right?
Yo, we serving the Most High today. You know, brothers.
Wow. That was crazy. I know all their stomachs was messed up afterwards.
I don't understand this question. Should I fast even though I don't have the lamb and bread?
But you need the lamb. You're not. I'm confused.
Yeah, why don't you have the lamb and the bread? Why can't you go get it tomorrow?
And the fast was different than the lamb and bread is for a feast. The fast is before the feast. That's just something we're doing for Israel. You know what I'm saying? Because of the times we're in. But the fast and the bread and stuff don't have nothing to do with each other.
Okay. Hey, Elio.
Hold up. Passover question: Is there any precept of Israelite keeping Passover in captivity or another land after origin? What about Yahushua? Y'all know Yahushua kept the Passover? Feast dedication. There's other. Did they keep it during what's his name? During Paul's period? Weren't there brothers trying to keep the feast back then?
Of course, but we had a Jerusalem to return to back then. We had Pharisees. We had a temple set up.
Yeah.
70 AD hadn't occurred yet.
No.
By the
Yeah.
time Paul,
Yeah, you're right.
by the time Paul was teaching, if I'm wrong, someone correct me on that. I believe Paul was able to get to Jerusalem to keep the feast day. They had the high council still set up. We was in captivity and subject to payments, but I believe we was able to keep it in Jerusalem.
Yeah, you probably.
I want to go to a scripture. I want to go to Exodus 12 and 14 though.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And then I want you to go to Second Edges 13.
That's what I was trying to figure out.
Yeah. Get that.
I can't pull it up on this thing without. Oh, hold up. I got to share screen first.
But I believe in Paul's time, even though he was going to different lands, he was out in Asia. I believe there was a temple and there was the ability for us to keep Passover in our land during Paul's time. All right.
Wait, so you want the Exodus first?
Yeah, Exodus 12 and 14. If I'm wrong, correct me on that. I'm not the camp historian. I know a lot of concepts, but I don't know everything. So if I'm mistaken there, I want to be corrected. However, I believe during Paul's time, because Paul himself was a Pharisee, and I believe we had the ability to keep the Passover. All right. And as you can go to Acts chapter 2, which would be one of my main proofs. If you go to Acts chapter 2, right? You know, Bible says don't be too humble because you'll let somebody overthrow you. So if you go to Acts chapter 2, it says, and there were indwelling at Jerusalem Jews, devout men out of every nation under heaven. And this was during Pentecost, one of the feast days that we have to present ourselves to the Lord. So yes, in Paul's time, we was keeping Passover.
Yeah, you're right.
All right.
See, because I'm looking at his like when he lived and everything. He died in, they say, between 64 and 67 AD. So 70 AD hadn't happened yet. So we still had access to the temples and everything.
Excellent scholarship. Exodus 12 and 4. Read that.
Exodus 12.
14.
12 and 14.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This Exodus 12 and 14. And this day shall be unto you for a memorial, and ye shall keep it a feast. You should keep it a feast for Yahweh throughout the generations. Ye shall keep it a feast by an ordinance forever.
So if I wasn't in Jerusalem, can I say to the Most High, I'm not in Jerusalem, I'm not going to keep your Passover? Or do I have to keep it as a feast and an ordinance forever? It don't matter where I'm at. I don't see the scripture saying it must be in Jerusalem, and any other Passover is irrelevant. The first Passover was in the wilderness.
Yeah, come.
But see how he qualified his question carefully. After they entered the land of Jerusalem, is there any precept of Israel keeping a Passover in captivity or any other land? Second Esdras, you know what I want.
Hold up.
Chapter 13.
Yeah. My thing don't pop up. It don't pop up with my computer no more. Esau did something to it. I got to do this every time I want the Apocrypha on this app now. 13.
Okay, 13 and just start at 40.
40? Start at 40? You want me to read all the way down? Okay.
Okay, start at 41.
All right. This is Second Esdras chapter 13 and 41. But they took this counsel among But they took this counsel among themselves that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt.
Where?
Never mankind dwelt.
Read on.
That they might there keep their statutes, which they never kept in their own land.
Wait a minute. So now they're going to another land to keep God's laws. Are they going to keep the Passover there? I think so. So that question, it's kind of cheeky because I dealt with it before, so I was kind of prepared for it. But you would use them scriptures to show, you know, you got to keep the Passover wherever you at. I'm trying to stay. I'm trying to stay in order so we don't miss nobody.
Oh, hold on.
Is there a particular wine we have to buy for Passover? We like Magan David. We like Manischewitz, but you make sure it doesn't have yeast in it. Whatever the wine you get, Hennessy has yeast in it. I found this out. So if you have strong drink, be mindful. Okay, vodka. Okay, certain strong drinks have yeast in it.
There's a wine from Asher called Zolo. I like it. It don't have yeast in it either. If you want to try that, it's sold at most liquor stores.
Where's Canol? What happens if your rib is not in the truth?
Charger his phone.
And you're not able to just throw away the breads with yeast because it will cause conflict in the house. Avoid conflict.
Yeah.
Don't eat any bread for the 7 days. You serve the Lord, and pray that the Most High turn the heart of your mate. Joseph Bird says, "I've never done this before." You need lamb, bitter herbs, and unleavened bread.
If you're on heavy medication, can you still fast? Zebulon Israel said, if you're on heavy medication, can you still fast? Leaving meds out. I don't think you want to do that. Don't be over righteous much. That goes into what the brother was saying earlier. Don't fast if it's gonna kill you. Because we had people do that before. Like last year, when everybody was doing the fasting, people fasted and they wasn't supposed to fast because of their pre-existing heart or whatever it was, and now they're not here no more because they fasted because they was over righteous much. They destroyed themselves. So don't do that.
Khan, I've even heard of an older woman dying because she fasted and her medication required her to eat food with her medication, and she passed it.
Khan.
Where can I get lamb in Atlanta? East side of brother. You got to go to the supermarket at 9 o'clock in the morning and get the lamb that they put out and come back another day and do it again.
Yep.
So you have enough. You only need enough for the Seder meal. You don't have to eat the Seder meal for 7 days in a row. You only have to eat the Seder meal on the night of the Passover. But for the rest of the days of unleavened bread, you only have to eat unleavened bread every day.
Right. What you do with the unleavened bread is up to you. Let me say something about the heat of horseradish. The heat from the horseradish is to symbolize the bitter. Yeah, that's correct, Iron Man. I don't know if you would call it heat though. Something else.
That thing is hot.
Yeah, Khan, what Ikarov said. Everybody join the Patreon right now.
That's how. All right, we're not making merchandise of the truth. We're gonna make a way for everybody to watch it, but you gotta email us and say I want to watch it, and then we can link you. The water brother Rick.
Khan, the what?
Exactly. You can eat whatever you want after Passover, just no leaven. You understand? For 7 days, no leaven.
In the scripture seems and keep the law of Passover as law. Yeah, that's right. Passover is in the law, so all you gotta keep all them Christians going off. They gonna be doing Easter in a minute, right?
Yeah.
Like the 14th or something. What day Easter? I never knew what day Easter was.
I don't know. It's an idolatry. Most High destroy that day. The water brother God, you could cook all the days. It's the day. It's the feast of unleavened bread. You could cook all the days. Just eat clean food and no leaven for 7 days.
Okay. You're allowed to cook during feast, y'all. You can cook.
Icarab said, not the Henry. Shaquat said, I read once Henny reaches the bottle is yeast free. So now guess what, Shaquat? You're going to research that, find the answer, and you're going to let us all know, brother.
Once it hit the bottle, it's yeast free.
Okay.
Now every single wine is yeast free. Then once it hit the bottle, right? They ain't putting the yeast in the bottle with the wine.
Yo, I don't know how that works. I'm not gonna front. I don't know. If my wife is unclean and can't attend the Passover, can she still partake of the meal in my house? No, she will have the makeup Passover. Okay. For all the brothers who is unclean, all right. We recently had a brother that works in the hospital. He had to handle a dead body and he was unclean.
Yeah, he ain't gonna can't.
Okay. Because when you touch a dead body, you're unclean for 7 days. Okay. But the Bible has a makeup Passover in case you're unclean. Turn to Numbers chapter 9, right?
Gotcha.
Okay. And give me verse 3. No, that's too much reading. Verse 6.
Numbers chapter 3, verse 6. And there were certain men who were defiled by the dead body of a man, that they could not keep the Passover on that day.
No, stop texting. Read it again.
And there were certain men who were defiled by the dead body of a man, that they could not keep the Passover on that day. And they came before Moses and before Aaron on that day. And those men said unto him, we are defiled by the dead body of a man. Wherefore we kept back, that we may not offer an offering to Yahweh in his appointed season among the children of Israel. And Moses,
read on.
Oh, and Moses said unto them, stand still, and I will hear what the Lord will command concerning you. And Yahweh spoke unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel, saying, if any man of you or your posterity, is that posterity, shall be unclean by reason of a dead body, or be in a journey afar off, yet he shall keep the Passover unto Yahweh.
All right. So what you're going to do is you're going to wait to the next month, the second month, and on the 14th day of the second month, you do your makeup Passover. All right. For everybody that cannot attend. And yo, I ain't gonna lie. That new moon for the second month, we're gonna have a nice new moon so that everybody can attend, bro, to make up for what we had to do this month. You know, maybe we do the new moon real big.
Okay.
Sound good?
Most High willing.
Most High willing.
Yeah. Right. Don't know how this gonna work.
The water, Cecilia Robinson. The water. Okay.
Easter is April 12th. Yeah, so they're gonna definitely be.
Did Yahushua die on the Passover or the preparation day? Everybody turn to Matthew 27.
Let me pull it up. What's that sound? Oh, that's you at work, huh?
Yeah, I'm at work.
You hiding in a car right now?
I mean, I fix cars, so I just got in the car and
What you want to add? Matthew 27 and start where?
Hold on. I think 60.
What's before that?
60. Read 62.
Okay, this is Matthew 27:62. Now, the next day that followed the day of the preparation, the chief priests and Pharisees came together unto Pilate.
Now, Christ had died at evening, so the day of preparation at evening would be the day of Passover. You could say the day of preparation at evening would be the Passover. So Christ died on Passover. I would say Yahushua died on Passover. All right. Hey, I've seen this question answered both ways. And I really like when I look at it, the day of preparation at evening is the Passover. That's how I feel, because even when you do the Day of Atonement, or even when you do Passover itself, go to Leviticus 23. And I'll see if I can find another account. I got precepts here. Hold on. No. Go to Mark 15 and 42.
All right. Mark 15, 42. All right. Go ahead.
Yeah, read that.
Mark chapter 15 and 42. And now, when the even was come, because it was the preparation, that is, the day before the Sabbath, Joseph and our Martha, an honorable counselor, which also waited for the kingdom of God, came and went in boldly unto Pilate and craved the body of Jesus, Yahushua.
So when Christ died, it was Passover. But the day he was placed up was on the day of preparation. Can y'all understand that? I hope brothers can understand that. You know, it was a heinous crime what they did to our Savior, man. That was heinous. And they're going to pay for that.
Huh.
I'm getting text messages. Hold on. Oh, that's Marcus saying he got kicked off.
Oh, really?
Hold on one second. I'm going to get a guest speaker on here.
I know.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hold on. But they're doing it live right now, so he might not be available. We're going to see.
I think it's Karash doing a live.
Okay. Hey, Shalom, Adawan. I got a question for you. The way I see it, Yahushua was put up on the cross on the day of preparation, but he died at evening, so he died on the Passover. Am I correct?
That's how I see it, brother. I see it just like you see it.
Okay, come.
Might was written by Karash though, but that's how I always see it.
Karash is on a live right now, isn't he?
Yeah, he's on live.
Yeah, but that's how I see it. The day of preparation, and then they're heading down by the Passover. That's how I see it.
Come. All praises, Adawan. We're gonna get back to this live. The water. Shalom.
Go on.
See that the scriptures say do nothing without advice. even I got elders, man. Can I keep Passover 2 times? I would say no. Do it once and do it right. The second one is a makeup Passover. You're just gonna be rehearsing the righteous act the first time, but the second time, you're just gonna be doing the Seder meal again. And the first one is the one that's spiritual. Don't do it for sport. That's what I say. If brothers disagree, go ahead.
Nah, that's what I say too.
I agree. But some camps will, they have their Passover, but they might come to your Passover. They're not
Right.
wrong for that. They just want to congregate with other brothers.
Yeah, there's
But
nothing wrong with that.
you just trying to do multiple Passovers just to do it. It's weird.
Doing too much.
Ikarab says, hence why he is the Passover lamb.
Calm.
That's right. I think Paul said that. Go to the book of Acts. Eliel.
Yeah.
No, I'm wrong. Give me 1 Corinthians 5. 5. And I want seven.
1 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 7.
Mm.
Purge out therefore the old leaven.
The old leaven is all the nonsense you've been doing. Stop doing it. I had leaven that I purged, man. I had to become way more patient. I had to become way more analytical. It's a hard job running a camp. These brothers will tell you. It's hard. You got to make decisions. It's hard, man. You got to lead men. You have to make calls. And if it's not right, it's on you. Say what?
You got to be the bad guy.
You got to be the bad guy. So we have to purge leaven, meaning we got to get rid of, I can't hold grudges. I can't be spiteful. I can't be petty. I have to constantly forgive. I have to accept that my time is not my time. It belongs to the nation. I think Adawan Alazar just put on Facebook, I need a break, man. Don't mess with me for a while. Let me sit down.
That's okay.
It's a tough job, but the leaven is going to hold you back, and that's your trifling traits. You got to get rid of that. Read on.
Purge out the old leaven, that ye may be a new lump, as ye are unleavened. For Hamashiach, our Passover is sacrificed for us.
So Yahushua is the Passover. So Christians will tell you don't have to do Passover because of Yahushua. Did that scripture say that? Well, it says Christ, our Passover, is sacrificed for us, buddy. So I don't got to do Passover. Christ is Passover. That's not what that's saying.
And Salakia too.
Go ahead.
You see, it says to purge out the old leaven. That's like basically repenting. And then it says something about a new lump. That's like after you repent, you can become a new lump, as in like you coming back. The same new lumps that get grafted back in, like we was talking about last night from Romans 11. That's like what this is talking about. You know what I'm saying? Just wanted to put that out there.
So Christ is the Passover, man. But that doesn't mean you don't have to observe Passover. Because Christ said, what? Do this in remembrance of me. Well, what are you doing? What is this you're doing in remembrance of Yahushua? Keeping the Passover. It's very simple. Will horseradish and garlic count as bitter herbs? Come.
You don't have to do both.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I was about to say. You don't need both though. That's OD right there.
All
That
right, brothers.
horseradish is gonna get.
Right. By itself.
All right, brothers, man. We answered questions. Um, we addressed the way the Passover is going to go. So one more time, Passover is April 4th at 7:45. If you come at 7:45.30, you are late, and the door is closed. Khan, only the men who RSVP can attend. No women and children. If things change, women and children can attend, and we're going to have the feast that we intended to have in the model of Josiah. We're going to try to be like him if things change. If things do not change, to all the people that traveled and will not attend anymore, and you donated to the feast, let us know. We will return your donation. Did I leave anything out?
If you're sick, do not come.
That, yeah, if you sick, don't show up. Even if it's not the corona. And you know it's not the corona, you got a common cold or your sinus is messing with you, don't come.
Everybody understand? So with that, my name is Yahweh All.
Kano.
I'm Eliel, all you all.
And we are the sons of thunder, and that's our prayer and heart's desire for Israel that they might be saved. Khan?
Khan.
Kwame Yasharala.
Kwame Asharala.
Shalom.
Shalom, Israel.
Come on.